Welcome to my channel, The World of Science Fiction. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Asterisk, she did not scream when the chains tightened around her wrists, because screaming had taught her nothing except how much the galaxy enjoyed watching her break. And the arena lights burned hotter than any sun as millions of alien eyes waited for her blood to spill on the sand. She had once had a name, but it had been stripped away when she was captured, marked as weak, cursed by birth, and sold to the Galactic Conclave as entertainment. Her body was thin, scarred, and shaking, not from fear anymore, but from exhaustion. Because she had survived too many fights, she was never meant to win. And every survival had only earned her another round, another crowd, another laugh. The aliens called her a prize creature, rare and fragile, chained because she could not be trusted to die quickly. Around her stood warriors bred for killing, armored in bone and steel, their weapons humming with energy, their minds empty of mercy. Above the arena, rulers watched from floating thrones, judging her worth by how long she lasted. She remembered when humans had still existed in the galaxy, before they were labeled unstable and dangerous, before most of them vanished into silence. And she remembered how the Conclave had blamed humans for wars they did not start. She remembered trusting the wrong ship, the wrong promise, and how betrayal felt colder than space when she was handed over for credits. The gong sounded, deep and final, and the first alien moved toward her, claws raised, eager to end her story. When the impossible happened, and a single figure jumped down from the spectator tier into the arena, cracking the stone beneath his boots. He was human, unarmed, bleeding already from the fall. The crowd went silent, confused, then angry, because no one entered the arena without permission, and no human had dared show their face here in years. He stood between her and the warriors, shoulders shaking, breath ragged, eyes tired and haunted, like someone who had already lost everything. Soldiers shouted. Rulers demanded his execution. The chains around her wrists sparked as the arena systems reacted, but he did not move away. He raised his hands, not in surrender, but in defiance, and said her species had suffered enough, that the arena was built on lies, that the Conclave had hunted humans not because they were weak, but because they refused to kneel. Laughter followed. Blades followed. The first strike cut deep into his side, and he fell to one knee, blood dark against the sand, yet he did not retreat, because he had not come to win, only to protect. She felt something break inside her then, something that had been dead for a long time, as she watched him take a blow meant for her, watched the crowd cheer as he was kicked and beaten for daring to care. Memories flooded back of humans who shared food on broken ships, who spoke softly in the dark, who were hunted and cursed for their empathy. When the warriors moved to kill him, she pulled against her chains with everything she had left, tearing skin, screaming at last, not in fear, but in rage. And the sound echoed wrong, powerful, awakening something hidden deep within her blood. The arena systems flickered. The chains cracked. The rulers froze. She remembered then why her kind had been feared, why they were chained instead of simply killed, because under pain and despair, their bodies changed, their minds sharpened, and the curse the Conclave spoke of was not madness, but survival. Energy surged from her wounds. The chains shattered. She caught a fallen weapon and stood beside the human, her body trembling with power she never asked for. Together they fought, not like legends, but like two broken beings refusing to die quietly. He collapsed again, stabbed through the chest. Breath fading, eyes dim, and she screamed his name, though she had just learned it moments before. Because names mattered, and she refused to let his be forgotten. In that moment of near death, the truth revealed itself to the galaxy as her power fully awakened. Ancient and forbidden, not a weapon, but a shield. Spreading across the arena, knocking warriors back, forcing rulers from their thrones. She knelt beside him, holding his blood-soaked face, begging him to stay, promising she would not be alone again. His eyes opened just once more, and he smiled, weak and human, telling her that saving one life was worth the cost of his own. The conclave ordered orbital fire. The crowd fled. The arena began to collapse. She carried him as the shields broke, as soldiers hunted them through fire and smoke, as betrayal rained from above, but she did not stop. When the final blast hit, she wrapped herself around him, releasing everything she was, burning away the chains, the arena, the lies. And when the dust settled, the galaxy learned that humans were not extinct, that some beings were not meant to rule through fear, and that hope could survive even in blood-soaked sand. She lived. He did not. But his choice echoed across worlds, inspiring rebellion, mercy, and memory, because the galaxy would forever remember the day a chained woman stood free, and a single human jumped into the fight, not to conquer, but to remind the universe what humanity truly meant. If this story moved you, like the video, subscribe for more HFY Sci-Fi stories, and comment what you would have done in his place.